Howdy, everybody. I got a question for us all because a few things have compiled within the span of a few weeks, and I think it should be addressed. How racist are we all? The reason why I ask this is because by themselves, you could just say, you could argue one way or the other, I guess, but when you pile everything upon each other, then you start to paint a picture that might not be as pleasant as some might want it to be. So, with that said, let's go to the first thing I mentioned. This was on Twitter, on YouTube. But people are really pissed off about this music festival. It's called the Afro Future Music Festival. In this article from Breitbart, I know it's conservative. It's it couldn't be as legit as something like, I guess, The Guardian or Polygon, right, guys? Anyway, this article basically talks about how this music festival is literally charging double if you happen to be white. So if you're a black man or a black woman or some kind of person of color, as they would say, try to be politically correct here. It is 2019, guys. You'll get charged regular if you're a person of color. However, if you're white or a non-person of color, whatever the fuck that means, you're going to get charged double. Not just $1 more, not just a donation more, but they actually tried to make it where you'd be charged double. And that, to me, is just redonkulous in every sense of the word. And now they're trying to spin this faux outraged, and you've always heard the term black people can't be racists. Well, let me ask you this. Whose bright idea was it to do this? It got to the point where one of the performers, I don't know exactly who it was, they actually backed out. And come to find out, the person is, mixed race. So, either, I don't know if they'd be part black, part white, but they saw the issue with it, which I can't believe that the music fest themselves didn't. But they backed out. They wanted nothing to do with it, and apparently, I believe the ticket place that was actually hosting for the ticket sales actually stepped in too. So I believe this is now changed, thank God. But I mean, with the gesture that's already there, why would you even want to support this garbage? I mean, the whole idea, and I get it. I totally get it. Back in the day, you had people that were black, or people that were, you can even go with the other races, Asians, Mexican, Puerto Ricans. They were all discriminated to an extent as well. Some of them would be segregated. Some of them would be treated differently because of where they come from, or yes, indeed, the color of their skin. So I guess this is their way of kind of justifying this. They also mention that the reason why, let's go back up here. The charging white people double for the price for a ticket compared to the people of color in a move they claim will ensure marginalized groups are given equitable chance at enjoying events in their own community. So they're basically saying, white people have all this money. Man, I wish I had a whole bunch of money. Oh man, the shit I would have, the position I would be in if I actually had some decent money to work with. Most of the stuff I have, I've slowly collected over the years, or put myself in a world of financial hurt because I wanted to ensure myself I had a chance of getting, X, Y, and Z. And I get it. We're all stupid in that instance. But, I saw this and I tweeted. I don't have my tweet out. You could always look it up if you want to. I have my Twitter public. And I don't block people unlike some bitches like Mars Girl or Renfamous. Literally, I had nothing to do with Renfamous, had nothing to do with Mars Girl, but I happened to be blocked by them because, I follow a couple people on Twitter that they don't agree with. So, whatever. Anyway, I tweeted out, how is this not racist? Explain to me how you could buy, if you're black, or as they say, a person of color, a $10 ticket. However, if you happen to be white, which, mind you, how do they vet that? How do they determine, oh, hold on a second, are you sure you're black? I mean, how are they supposed to tell whether or not, you're black or not? What if you're a really, really light-skinned black man? Or a very, very dark-skinned white woman? What if you're, like, super Italian? And what about, do they count, people from Mexico, or Latino? Do they count that as persons of color? Or do they have to have African descent? So this is something that was obviously a stupid move. But one stupid move deserves another, and what better way to laugh at idiots than talk about fake outrage like this. People are allegedly, I haven't actually seen it, but they're losing their shit over this. By this, I of course mean the live action remake, or reboot, as you could say, of The Little Mermaid, the 1989 animated legendary classic by Walt Disney. My whole take on this, and I've always had this opinion, why remake something that stands the test of time and is already phenomenal to watch, and there's really, it doesn't necessarily have a problem with aging. And one, it's a cartoon. But apparently they have to make that money, so they're making a live action version. And they decided to cast a black woman as Ariel. And as it stands, me personally, I really don't care. I probably will have no interest in watching this anyway. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of The Little Mermaid. I have it on DVD. Either DVD or Blu-ray, I don't remember exactly which, but I do have a copy of it to watch. In fact, somewhere I actually have a VHS copy, the clamshell that has the penis in the castle. But I mean, there's a couple of things that were fun to watch about it. But, they're making this big, oh, look, it's so progressive. They're casting this black woman as Ariel. And forget the fact that, if you happen to have been a ginger and thought, oh, Ariel's so pretty, just like me, I'm a ginger girl, or whatever. And now, if you say, well, why didn't they keep her, a girl with red hair, now you're fucking racist, you pieces of shit. But my question is this outrage even real? Because I've heard people talk about the outrage, and I've heard people comment, oh, you're just racist if you think this is a problem. but I really haven't seen a lot of people bitch about it. And the couple that I actually have, I mean, are they being actually serious? My whole issue with this movie being remade is the fact that it's being remade at all. I mean, I don't understand why they're remaking all of this shit. They're remaking Aladdin, they're remaking The Lion King, the fucking Lion King. Like, really, why? Was the cartoon version not good enough? That's, in my opinion, the only reason to remake something is to full wholeheartedly believe that you can actually make it better. And if you can't make it better, why? Why are you even trying, Disney? You are literally tarnishing your legacy by remaking all of this stuff. You know, and you could even go farther with some of the other stuff, like the live action Alice. Did it really need to be made? You know? I mean, for the most part, I enjoyed it. I haven't seen the second one. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. But really, did it need to be made? You know? And what I think they're going to be making a Mulan movie. And here's a question. Here's a question I have to ask. Because I think it's worth asking. Why is this okay? Yet this is unacceptable. And, you know, again, a couple weeks ago, another issue. Another fucking issue. Pokemon Sword and Shield. This is the water gymnast, the water gym leader for the new Pokemon game. And she's a darker skinned character, and they made a big deal. Oh my god, it's so progressive. This character, she's black. She can represent all the black girls that like Pokemon or whatever. I mean, fuck Brock, right? I mean, I thought Brock was black. You know, I actually thought Brock was pretty awesome. You know, he was the, you know, pewter gym. You know, had all those rock dudes. You know, fucking badass Geodude, Onyx, you know. But, you know, fuck that shit. He don't count. This is what we have. But no, people did us, you know, have done fan art. This person in particular did it. And they just made her skin just a little bit lighter to kind of give her a Caucasian feel to it. And people lost their shit saying, oh, this is fucking racist. Okay, so this is racist. Being against this is racist, and having a problem with this is racist. But, you know, some people are also saying that this is racist against white people. But there's no such thing as white racism. We've been drilled this in our heads for the past, you know, 10, 15 years or so, maybe even longer, depending on, you know, how far back you are on the internet. You know, all of this shit is considered bad, I guess. But, I mean, we're the ones being demonized on it. No one else. And really, I'm just sitting here just like, can't we just enjoy the shit that we like? And if someone has an issue with it, just ignore them? You know, the people that are actually excited to watch this. I don't have a problem with you guys. I'm not going to watch this myself. It has nothing to do with her skin color. I had no interest in watching the recent Fantastic Four movie. It had nothing to do with Johnny Storm being black, although I thought it was odd that he was black, yet Susan was white. You know, I had no interest in watching the Ghostbusters movie that happened a couple of years ago, you know, and apparently people that had no interest, they were sexist. You know, and the guy who made that movie, I don't even remember what the fuck it is. You know, I for the most part enjoyed Bridesmaids. And I think they may have done The Heat. And I'm a huge fan of Sandra Bullock, but I mean, you know, apparently we can't have opinions anymore. You know? I mean, opinions be damned. Unless if you're, you know, a protected class, I guess. I don't know. Then I guess it's all right, but you have to be careful because of your tone. You have to kind of go within the narrative that they're asking for, because if you're not going with that narrative, you're going to be how they say, problematic, and no one wants that, apparently. So again, this is fine. This is bad. Okay? This is bad. And white people are just making too big of a deal about this. I mean, seriously, who doesn't want to pay twice as much, just for the just for the the respect? Because, I don't know, for respect's sake. They had it rough, so, it's our turn now. It's our turn now to have to pay a little bit more. And if you don't like this kind of music, then you're racist and we don't want you anyway. And, if you don't like something like, Captain Marvel, you're fucking sexist and we don't want you anyway. I mean, we don't need you. It made billions and millions of dollars. So, I mean, why do we need you, right? Oh my God, this is so ridiculous. I just can't. I just can't even, I mean, why? Why do we have to deal with all this shit all the time? It's like every time I look at the news or I'm on YouTube, there's more and more and more and more and more and more and more outrage. I'm just so drained by it. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just lay down and die? I mean, that might sound extreme, but I mean, what else is there? Anyway, that's all I have for today. But that's just something to think about. And all of this stuff took place within the last, few weeks. This is the reason why I brought this up. It's because it's piling on top of each other. And you know what? There's probably going to be another thing. Mulan's trailer dropped. Imagine if they just say, you know what? We're going to make Mulan black. And if you don't like it, you're a fucking racist. I mean, obviously that's not the case, but I mean, still, think about that. Or you know what? Since we don't have any Native Americans anymore because most of them are dead, we're going to cast Pocahontas to be Puerto Rican. Okay, it's close enough. And, you'll be all right with it. And besides, she's Puerto Rican. Or we can actually recast her to be black, and then that'll work too, right? You don't have a problem with that, right? I mean, never mind the fact that, some people actually just rather it stay, just the animated movie, and some might not even really care of the who's cast in it. They just say, you know what? Why does it need to be remade in the first place? Why does any of this shit need to be remade in the first place? Can't you make original shit for once? And I know that Toy Story 2 Toy Story 4 did all right, and I'll probably watch it. I like the Toy Story series, but did that really need to be made too? Why do we need all this rehashing bullshit? It's just not necessary. Anyway, that is enough rambling for me. I think I'm going to be done for now. And hopefully you won't see me for a while because all this stupidity will calm down. But if it doesn't, you know where to find me. Till next time, everybody. Oh,